I needed to see Dre be held accountable. She can have her fantasy, but after a whole season of confusion, I needed to see what's real. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is AUZI and I'm a storyteller. So I finally finished watching Swarm on Amazon Prime. For those who don't know, it tells the story of Dre, a very disturbed young woman, pretty sure she's on the spectrum, who is obsessed with a pop icon named Nyjah, aka Beyonce, and she goes through this unhinged murderous rampage following the death of her sister. So essentially, it's a story of revenge, coupled with elements of psychosis, psychological breakdown, etc. Overall, I definitely think there were some amazing moments in this series, but I do see 3 issues that I want to talk about today. And of course, like always, let me know what you think in the comments. Are my critiques legitimate or am I doing too much? My first issue is that after watching the entire series, I still had no idea who Dre really was. And as a consequence, by the end of the story, I just didn't care. There's such a delicate balance between intentionally leaving out explanations of a character's motives for the purpose of creating more tension with the audience and leaving out so much that your audience is confused or that your audience just doesn't have enough information about a main character to care about their story. Don't get me wrong, Dre was dynamic, she was a lot of fun to watch, and there definitely was some moments where her story did resonate with me. But overall, I feel like we don't get enough about who she really is from her. The most telling moments about who she is facilitated through other characters. Billie Eilish in episode 4, the detective and stepmom from episode 6. And I think the problem with trying to understand Dre through their eyes is that they reduce her identity to the things she's done as opposed to understanding her general makeup. Now, they tried to give us some stuff with the caseworker in episode 6, but to me, it felt too vague and also a little late in the series. Episode 4 in particular was a huge missed opportunity because it presented these therapy style scenes, and though the acting and eeriness was incredible, we didn't really learn anything about Dre that we didn't already know. I personally know quite a few people who didn't even make it past episode 4 because the character started to feel too redundant. And I speculate that that's a result of not teaching us more about why Dre is the way she is. It all builds up to this ending. Episode 7 is certainly my favorite version of her, but because I don't know her, at least not enough to understand her choices, I don't have any empathy for her. But at the same time, she's oddly likable enough and funny enough for me to not have disdain for her. And that may sound okay, but that's not a great place to be when you have no feelings for a main character. It's like whatever happens, happens, and the stakes just aren't high enough. Which leads me to my second issue with this series. The ending falls completely flat. I probably should have said this before, but spoiler. In episode 7, the very last one, after killing her girlfriend, killing a stranger for Nyjah tickets, Dre finally comes face to face with Nyjah. Only it's not Nyjah, it's actually an illusion of Marissa, her sister that died in episode 1. We see Nyjah fully embrace Dre like she's always wanted. The end, except remember, only God makes happy endings. And we're reminded of episode 6, where we learned that Dre did not meet Nyjah and was instead immediately arrested when she jumped on the stage. Okay, listen, I understand that throughout this series we learn that Dre is not a very trustworthy storyteller. She thinks she's eating dessert, but she's actually biting Nyjah in the face. She tells us that she's at a club having a one-night stand, but could actually be at home killing her sister. She creates elaborate stories about already meeting Nyjah that never happened. So I understand why this series ended with an illusion. I think what frustrates me is that this illusion in the very last episode feels like all the other ones. Like, Dre is nuts. We know this shit didn't happen. You can let her believe that it did. That's fine. But I think by episode 7, the audience deserves to see her face the music. Face the music. That's good because Nyjah, she's a singer and that's Never mind. I think a better ending would have been something comparable to Requiem for a Dream. Do you guys remember that movie? Brilliant. It's been a while since I've seen that film, but I just remember at the end, all 4 addicts have pretty much lost their battle with their addiction. We see them fantasizing about the things they long for and even somewhat believing the fantasy. But as an audience, we see the juxtaposition of where they really are and where their addiction has actually led them. And you know, Dre in her own way had a lot of addictions. I needed to see Dre be held accountable. She can have her fantasy, but after a whole season of confusion, I needed to see what's real. And my last issue with this series, it's a small one, just a preference. I thought the swarm sound effect was overused. Bzzz. Yeah. That one. So we pretty much hear it anytime Dre kills someone or thinks about killing someone. And for me, it just got kind of annoying. It was just too on the nose, you know? The best kill is actually Khalid in the first episode, and we don't even hear it at all. I actually think the better placement for it is after she kills. It would have been interesting to couple it with her binge eating, how she rejuvenates herself to get ready for the next kill instead of foreshadowing the next kill. I don't know, just a thought. Final thoughts, people were coming for Chloe Bailey because of her sex scene in episode 1. Y'all are strange. She's an actress. She's an adult. Stop. Billie Eilish, we are definitely going to see more of her in the acting world. She was perfect for this role. Some people have said that Donald Glover does not like Black women and that this series is more indication of that. Unfortunately, I am not familiar enough with his other work to confirm or deny. All I can say is that Dre as a character for me was worthy. I may take issue with some of the writing and the lack of character development, but as a Black female role in this kind of psychological thriller, sociopathic space, and the way that Dominique Fishback played her, it felt fresh, it felt genuine, it felt new. Did Dre kill Marissa? I think Janine Neighbors, who wrote the show, also shout out to Malia Obama, or is it Sasha? Damn. One of the Obama girls co-wrote this show. I think that it was written in a way for there to be enough holes that you decide what actually happened to Marissa. That's probably not the explanation that y'all wanted. Y'all probably wanted me to give a definitive answer. What do I feel? I feel that Dre loved Marissa in a way that she didn't love anybody else. So I don't believe that she killed her, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. To my loyal subscribers, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for your patience. And I promise that one day I will be able to put out videos more frequently. But right now I'm doing the best I can, I promise. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, comment, share. All of that will help me grow and will help me get to a place where I can do this full time. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Be blessed.